Esta es una película que destapa un caso cercano en el tiempo y bueno, yo quería saber si para él de alguna manera también ha supuesto tener valentía, ¿no?, a la hora de llevarlo a la pantalla.
So the whole story revolves around uncovering a very recent case, you know, in medicine and science and society, and it's all about the courage to take that step. So did it also take courage for you to take this on?
Yeah, it took a lot of courage for me to take it on. Not as much as Dr. Omalu, of course, but it was a deep conflict for me because I'm a fan, you know. So it was hard for me to see myself as the person who was delivering this truth. But after I sat with Dr. Omalu, and he's a deeply religious and deeply spiritual man, and I just saw how committed he was to making the world better. And I was just really inspired by how much he was committed to God and the truth.
Con Dios y con la verdad.
Yo no sé, bueno, en la película de alguna manera se reivindican ciertos valores americanos, ¿no? Y yo quería saber con cuáles él se siente realmente identificado.
The film also underscores and upholds American values. So which of those values do you relate to the most, do you identify with the most?
You know, Dr. Omalu and I have talked about this a lot. The idea of telling the truth at all costs. As we got into that idea, and that is a strong historical American value, as we talked about it, starting to realize how difficult it is for people to hear the truth. Telling the truth is only half the problem. The other half is people don't want to hear it. And you know, it was the courage that it took for him to stand up was another aspect of that. You know, as an actor, you get to wear someone's life, so you get to put on someone else's life. And you know, I asked myself the question: would I have been that brave in that circumstance? And I don't know. I can't say for certain that I would.
Bueno, quería preguntarle si cree que hay algún otro tabú en América que necesitaría tener una película, y también, por supuesto, no puedo dejar de preguntarle por qué no va a acudir a los Oscars. Quiero que nos lo cuente.
So is there any other taboo in American culture that you think another film should come along and uncover that?
And also, I can't avoid asking you why you won't be at the Oscars.
Yeah. Well, I can't think of a specific taboo right now that should be uncovered. I'm sure there's one that will show up without looking for it. But in terms of the Oscars, you know, I think that diversity is America's superpower. I think that we're at our best when all of the ideas and innovations and cultures of all people are put into the melting pot. So for me, this is much more of making a statement about a Hollywood that I see that is based on our beauty, that's based on our superpower, that's based on our cultural diversity. And I don't see it as an us and them. That's a tone that is taken in the press that isn't the spirit of what I believe. I'm a member of the Academy, so I see it as we. So it's much more an issue of the Hollywood family that we will work out together.
¿Cree en un sistema de cuotas?
En un sistema de
Cuotas.
Do you believe that there should be like a percentage of shares or a shares to ensure that diversity or quotas?
I don't necessarily believe in quotas. I think that, for example, I have my story, and you're not aware of what my story is, and I don't know what your story is. We just both have to trust that if we were to share our stories, we'd both be better. So I don't think it is based on, or can be based on, quotas as much as it has to be based on collective openness and sharing. And it's much more a systematic issue. These are not new issues. These are issues that this generation is inheriting, not creating. You know, so I believe that it's not as much about numbers as it is about openness and the pathways being free for all creators.